Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunny Do Us podcast. Those who are new to my channel, let me go ahead and quickly introduce myself. This is Sunny, and I'm a spiritual coach and a meditation teacher. I talk about using spirituality to transform yourself from a mind, body, and soul perspective to be the most authentic version of yourself by unleashing that unconditional self-love within you. So today I wanted to talk about self-worth. When we talk about worth, majority of the people around this world that think the worth is all about a bank balance. It's all about a big house. It's all about your ego. It's all about your identity that you have created in the society. It's all about how you're respected and all that kind of stuff, right? But really and truly, it's not. Let me give you an example, right? If, God forbid, all that money goes away, all that beautiful health goes away, all those good relationships goes away, all that respect in the society goes away, would you still not have your self-worth? You got to ask yourself that question. Well, let's deep dive into that. Let's talk about self-worth, what actually it means, and how to reveal your self-worth to yourself. So self-worth is basically worthy of anything in your life, be it your desires, be it the confidence, be it the relationships, be it the respect, right? And that originates from inside. So in the world of spirituality, everything comes from inside out. So let's say you want to go to the gym, so you have to mentally and emotionally prepare yourself to go to the gym, right? So it's coming from inside out. You have that zeal, that willingness, that excitement of going to the gym. So that's why you hit the gym. It's so easy to do that, right? Because majority of the people are able to do that easily. They want to go for a walk, they want to go for a quick run or marathon or gym or calisthenics or whatever that is. It's easy. So how about the other areas of your life? Especially in the areas of relationships, especially in the areas of finances. Okay. I live in a small town here in Donegal, in Ireland. And majority of people that I bumped into, they're just doing their jobs for the heck of it. I can understand, because the opportunities here are not that great. So that's why people just want to go ahead and get a job and, stick to that for their whole lives. And they want to keep doing that kind of non-fulfilling job for their whole lives. Why? Because it keeps paying their bills. But at the same time, they forgot about their worth as well. And worth can only be realized when you do certain spiritual things that I want to be talking about. So when we live in a society, you start learning a lot of societal belief systems. Okay? Not only that, our friend circle, our parents, our relatives, they keep injecting those kind of things. Oh, you know what? Oh, that is difficult to do. We shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you know what? Majority of the people are going in that direction. We should go in that direction, right? We should follow the herd, sheep herd. And then we start doing all those kind of things on the basis of external feedback. And we don't want to take that accountability at all in terms of understanding what we really want in our lives. So I gave you an example of going to the gym, right? From a relationship point of view, what happens is, this is the most important thing. Why? Because majority of the people fail in that. I failed in that as well. Now I know my worth, so I know I have a complete clarity in terms of what I really want, because I know myself, right? So in relationships, people just go after, certain kind of relationships which are initially kind of like beautiful, right? I would say very exciting, yes, lovey-dovey kind of relationship during the beginning stages. And in majority of the marriages you would have seen, the first 2 years would be kind of like the honeymoon period, and after 2 years, boom, everything slows down. Why? Because we never thought about what we were worthy of, and we went for a relationship wherein we thought it's going to be colorful all life long, but for the first 2 years it was just like pretty good, and after that it went down. Yeah, that's a very normal situation. It happens in job as well, and we get a job for the heck of it. It happens, during the start of the new year as well, when we take a New Year's resolution and we want to go ahead and hit the gym every now and then that spark is there for a month or 2 months or so, and then after that it dies. So there are a couple of ways wherein we can clear all those things and get more clarity in terms of what we're worthy of. But before I dive into that, I just want to tell you one thing. Until we know our self-worth, we will keep losing confidence in certain areas. So the best example out of my life, okay, so let's say I'm wearing this coat, this blazer, this high neck jumper. I never used to dress like that. Maybe 2 years ago or something like that, right? And I started people probably, certain people doing their YouTube videos with, this kind of dressing sense. And I said, okay, they are maintaining themselves well. They have nice and fit body, and I'm already doing my calisthenics. So why not to go ahead and try those kind of clothes and see how it goes, right? And I asked myself a question: why not? Why not should I dress well? Why not should I create a kind of discipline in my life in terms of going to the gym, dressing well every day, meditation, and all that kind of stuff, and keep myself mentally, physically, emotionally fit? So when I did that, right, and that really suited me, because had I not asked those questions to myself, I would have never tried it. I would have already lost my confidence on it. So not knowing your self-worth straight away hits your confidence level. And then you look down on yourself, and then that cycle keeps repeating, and then you're judging yourself all the time. Then you're very cautious about certain things. You get fears in your life, and then you're not able to grow. So knowing your self-worth is such an important thing in terms of progressing in all areas of life. So that's why I keep talking about mind, body, and soul transformation through spirituality. Okay. And the spiritual law says if there are more confusions, more doubts in your life, it's better to grow from there and clear those doubts or confusions or the dark cloud which actually stops us from moving on to the next level in our life, by emotionally and mentally stabilizing ourselves, right? So how to implement it? We got to sit down first, right? We got to think about all those areas in our life where we want to excel. I recommend to excel in every area of our life, and this is the purpose of us being human beings. We got to grow physically, mentally, and emotionally. And when we talk about military or army personnel, you know what they're taught? They're taught about the same thing as well. It doesn't mean that we have to, carry a weapon and go into war, but it's a conflict within ourselves in terms of knowing our worth. Okay. So write those things down. Write those different areas. Let's say in relationship, if you're single, what kind of person you want in your life. Yeah. You want a high value woman or a high value man, whatever that is. Let's say from financial point of view, what's your goal? Let's say from physical point of view, do you want to hit the gym? What do you really want to do? What is your body capable of? So you got to understand your capabilities as well at the same time. Okay, depends upon your age as well. Although age is an illusion, time is an illusion. You can do whatever you want to do if you got that courage. Because once you get into that, then, and you know your self-worth, you know your purpose, then it becomes so automatic and you become fearless. That you keep growing all the time because you know the purpose and you're kept that as a goal for yourself. So once you have those things as clear as possible, then you start working on them in terms of what belief systems have you got for those kind of different things, for relationships, for money. Have you got any past trauma? Do you hate somebody? Are you attached to something in your life which keeps your ego or pride level up all the time? See, ego, identity, pride, or fears, those are just like spiritual suppressing hammer that's kept on our soul to which stops our evolution or growth in all areas. Okay, so we got to understand those patterns of egoistic behaviors or identity related behaviors or fears that we have. So once you come to know about it, it is a gradual process because let's say if there are any traumas, okay, that is actually blocking you to understand your self-worth, you got to heal from there as well. And healing can only happen through forgiveness and blessings to your past and those people, those situations. And it's a better thing. Okay. So we start clearing all those different identity related thoughts, limited belief systems, trauma. That helps us in clearing that dark cloud, which is blocking us from understanding our true worth. So, as I teach meditation, which is the true power of silence, called as dhyana in Sanskrit, when I started doing that, all those thoughts, all those emotions started popping out. So somebody told me, I didn't learn from anybody else. I used to go to the church like 2 or 3 days in a 2 or 3 times in a day because I was so mentally and emotionally devastated because of somebody awakening me in terms of always attracting a similar kind of narcissist person in my life. Uh, and when I went through the awakening process, uh, then I went through ego death, which is ego shedding, and dark night of the soul, which is the most depressing part of the whole journey. And that's how I was able to come over those thoughts, not by blocking those thoughts, but by accepting those thoughts and letting them go repeatedly, repeatedly, repeatedly. And that awakening, hit all areas of my life drastically. My physical, mental, emotional, all of them. Slowly and slowly, start getting awakened for other things as well. But the major awakening was a shocking one. Why? Because when that happens for the first time, then it keeps going and going and going. But the impact is not that huge, right? Well, anyways, I can talk about a spiritual awakening later on, right? So all those different things that talked about trauma, limited belief systems, um, what your parents said, what were you taught in your school, what were you taught in college, what experiences you got as well. That's also very important. So you gotta untie yourself from there, heal yourself one day at a time, sit with yourself, introspect, ask questions. And one day would come wherein you would not be emotionally or mentally entangled with those traumas, limited belief systems, and egoistic patterns. That will get diluted. I will not say that will completely go away, but that will get diluted. Why? Because these things never go away completely. Yeah, human beings keep getting a little bit of everything every time. I keep getting the sense of being egoistic in spirituality, but I always try to keep myself detached from all those kind of thoughts. So you do not have to get obsessed with that as well. Yeah. And please do not talk to anyone about it as well. Well, unless the other person understands you, that's a different story. If you have a close circle, you can talk about all those things. In case if they really love you, they will like to help you then. And then when you know about your self worth in different areas, you will have complete clarity in terms of where you want to progress. That's you're doing a job, okay. Now you want to do something different. You want to learn music, and this is your passion, and then you slowly graduate towards that, or slowly pivot towards that, right? In relationships, if somebody's looking down on you, you're trying to maintain a peace in your life, and somebody likes drama, and that person is trying to create that chaos in your life, you have to get away. You have to get away from all those kind of people who look down on you. If somebody looks down on you, forgive them, move on, give them blessings. It's better to do that every now and then. Once you keep doing those kind of practices every now and then, believe you me, you will be the most powerful person in your entire family. So always remember one thing: what your self worth is going to be is what's going to decide about your physical reality. And that's why I keep saying what you are is what you're going to get. Take care. Sunny signing off.